Hello everyone, welcome to another wonderful hour of classes with me, Hina. This is a vocabulary class and we are going to be continuing on from last week and the week before actually. So this is the last part in a 3-part series that I've been doing over the past few weeks in which we cover vocabulary related to mountains. And not just mountains, but the environment in general. Okay, Norbert and Tarcisio, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. But I hope when you come into class, you tell me how to say your name, right? Tarcisio. Sorry about that. Norbert, I thought you were going to bed. You said good night, and you went off to bed. But now you're back. I'm happy. So I can see that a couple of people have made reservations for this class. So now is the time to join if you have a reservation. Okay. So if you don't have a reservation, then after 2 minutes, the spots will open up and you guys will all be able to join then for all those who are waiting. And I think it'll be like in a few more seconds. So we have Tarcisio. Is that how you say your name? Tarcisio? How do you say it? So we have Souza.
Tarcisio, yeah.
Tarcisio is Souza.
Yeah.
Tarcisio.
Souza.
Right, so
Souza.
Okay. Souza.
Yeah.
You guys can tell me how to work on pronunciation too. Tarcisio. So the C-I-S makes a Z sound. Tarcisio.
Z sound, yeah.
Perfect. So Tarcisio. And we have Hoyen. Did I say your name right? Hoyen. Hi, Hoyen. How are you?
Oh, like you pronounced my name differently last time.
I pronounced it correctly, right?
Exactly.
Yes. Do you know who told me? Norbert. Norbert was one day in class and he's like, oh, we haven't seen Hoyen in a while. I'm like, wait, is that how you say her name? I've been saying it wrong for 3 months. And then I got Norbert to teach me how to say your name. I was like, oh, Norbert, teach me. He's like, Hoyen. I can do this. So
anyway, happy birthday, teacher Hina.
Thank you so much. I got your message. I just read it on Facebook. It's a pity you didn't have internet. We've actually been doing this class for a couple of weeks, and I remember you suggested one of the topics, which was to cover vocabulary related to mountains. So if you have internet now, then you're more than welcome to watch the previous classes in which we covered quite a bit of vocabulary related to mountains and environment. And in today's class, we're going to be finishing off a PDF. Okay? And we have Norbert. Hi, Norbert.
Yeah, I hope I can catch up.
Yeah,
Hello.
Yeah. So Norbert I'm sure it's like 6 or 4 a.m. where you are.
No. 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
No.
3:30. 3:30. 3
2
a.m.
a.m.
Oh, that's late. Don't you have? No, whatever. Just come to class. All right. So I'm really happy to have you guys back. We have Batty. Batty's back. And we have Enrique. Enrique, nice to see you again.
Hi, Hannah.
How are you?
I am fine, thank God. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. And we have Gianfranco Castro.
Yes.
Is that how you say? Hi, how are you?
Fine. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. I was gonna say this is your first time in my class, correct?
Yes.
Yes, awesome.
Right.
And is this are you new to Verbling or relatively new?
No. I use it since February when I was preparing for TOEFL test.
Oh, we're preparing for TOEFL. That's awesome. And have you taken your TOEFL?
Yes.
How did
I
you
did.
How'd you do?
Fine, very good. I got 98.
Yes. Awesome.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that. A lot of students join Verbling because they're preparing for some sort of standardized English test. So if you did well, that's awesome. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So in today's class, we are going to be covering vocabulary related to mountains and the environment. There is a document that I have attached with the class description. Was everybody able to open it? Okay, so I'll post it. Yeah, I'll post it in the Verblink chat for all those who were not able to open it. And as I was mentioning to Hoyin, that we have been reading this document for the past 3 weeks. So last week we covered page 2, and the week before we covered page 1. So today we are going to cover page 3 all the way till the end. So if you guys, if after this class you're like, I want to know more about mountains and vocabulary, then the classes are recorded. You can check out the classes for the previous 2 pages for this document as well. All right, so let's quickly go through and let's have everybody introduce themselves. We don't have that many students in class today, so it's going to be a small and intimate class time. I can see more people. It's better. Norbert, like, it's better. My voice won't drown out. Everybody will hear me. So yeah, it is better. It becomes more manageable that way as well. But if somebody is interested in joining class, we have spots available. There's like 3 more spots available. So for all those who are viewing and would like to join, you are more than welcome to. Okay, so let's start. So let's introduce ourselves. Let's say our name. Let's say where we're from, and let's say whether or not we take part in winter sports, because we're learning about mountains. Winter sports are a big thing related to mountains. So so let's start. So welcome everyone. My name is Hina. I am your teacher for this hour. I'm from Canada. Canada is where the last Winter Olympics happened, so lots of winter sports. But I unfortunately do not take part in any. There's so many winter sports to take part in, but I am unfortunately too scared. That is the honest reason. All right, so let's start with Baddy.
Well, I'm Baddy from Colombia. Nice to meet you, everyone. And I will pass to the question.
Baddy's like, nah. No mountains, no nothing. All right, that's okay. Thanks, Baddy. Next we have Enrique.
Hi, I'm Enrique. I'm from Colombia, and I think it's an environmental topic is an actual topic.
Sorry, Enrique, your voice cut out. I couldn't hear what you said. Can you just repeat yourself, please?
I think environmental topic is a very interesting topic right now.
Very interesting. That's awesome. Thanks, Enrique. Next we have Hoyin.
Hello. My name is Huyền. I'm from Vietnam. And
winter sports. Anything on winter sports, mountains? Ever done it? No?
Of course not, because we don't have snow here.
It's like, no. But I that doesn't mean I don't want to know. All right. And the reason we have this class is because of, the reason we have this class is because of Hoyin. She is the one who suggested it. So thank you for that. All right. Next we have Jean.
Yes, John. Hi, I'm John. I'm Chilean, and I do not practice any winter sport.
Okay.
Because I don't have the budget.
You don't have the
budget? Money?
Sorry. Money. Budget. All right, sorry. Budget. Yeah, budget. Okay, so you don't have the budget, so it's not affordable. I agree.
It's quite expensive here.
It's expensive everywhere. Like even in Canada, like it's easily like a few $100s if you want to go skiing for like a few hours. Yeah, it's not.
The equipment is very expensive.
Do you guys pay for playing sports?
Well, not if you're playing it on your own. For example, a lot of people play ice hockey, like they play it on a lake or they play it on a frozen lake or a frozen river. That's free. But if you want to go skiing, for example, and if you don't have your own equipment, that is expensive. And even if you have your own equipment, you paid for it earlier and it's not cheap. So winter sports are not cheap. The gear, so winter gear, all right? So winter gear is stuff that you need to wear to stay warm. That's very expensive. Goggles, hats, windbreakers, they tends to rack up. So I feel your pain, John, why I don't go play winter sports either. I feel you. All right? Thank you for that. Next we have Norbert.
I am Norbert from Hungary. And maybe ice skating.
Ice skating. Do you own a pair of ice skates?
No.
No? Okay, yeah. Yeah, you rent. It's like in Canada, it's like $30 for renting for like a day. So
It
I
was
mean,
cheaper.
it's cheaper there.
Yeah.
And you said you go sledging as well? Sledging.
Sledging, yes.
Yeah,
When I
that's
was a
awesome.
kid.
When you were a kid. Awesome. We're gonna cover a couple of cool winter sports in class as well. Thank you, Norbert.
What's sledging?
Sledging. So Norbert, why don't you tell us what is sledging?
I can find a picture maybe.
Okay, all right. So sledging, it can be a sport or it can be a recreational activity, but it's something that you do in the winter time on snow. So there, what this person is doing. Can you see it? Okay, so this.
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah. So this is a sledge. This is a sledge, and when you go down a steep hill on it on top of ice and snow, it's called sledging. Okay. So this is a sport that that is practiced in Canada, and not just in Canada, and basically any part of the world that has a lot of snow. All right. Sorry, I'm muting some people just because it's very noisy. Okay, is that okay, Jean? Do you understand what sledging is? So
yes, thanks.
You're welcome. So what you sit on is called a sledge. All right. So that piece of equipment is a sledge, and then when you go down the slope, that's called sledging. All right. So Norbert practices sledging. And Tarcisio.
Yeah, you got it. Well, I'm from Brazil. I am 17 years old, and I do not play much sports. I just fight jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
It's really good. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's really good for health.
So that's martial arts, correct?
Yeah, it's a martial arts. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Tarcisio. And we have a couple of new students who have joined us in class. So we have Guilherme.
Yes, I'm in. So my name is Guilherme. I'm from Brazil too, and I love to play volleyball. And I usually play volleyball at Wednesday and the Saturdays.
On Wednesday, okay. So you're not into winter sports that much. I mean, you can't be into winter sports if it doesn't snow where you live. So
we don't have we don't have winter here.
Okay.
It's
you know,
summer
there's lots
all day long.
It's summer, 365, it's summer. So that's awesome. Well, in Canada, if you were to tell someone it's summer all the time in Brazil, they'd be really jealous because winter can get really harsh. So they'd be very, very jealous, so don't worry. All right, so thank you.
So we'd be even.
So we'd be even. We'd be like, I hate you for having snow and I hate you for having summer, so it'd be even. So I just want to ask, how do you say your name? Guilherme? Guilherme? Am I saying it wrong? Guilherme?
Guilherme.
Guilherme. Did I say it right? Guilherme? Okay.
You got it. Yeah.
Don't mind me if I say it wrong the next time. Right?
Yeah.
Guilherme. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I think this is your first time in my class, so welcome. Nice to have you join us.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And next we have Gamzi Moffat. Gamzi?
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We are from Turkey. It's pretty late here. Sorry if you're looking sleepy.
I can see one of you is falling asleep on top of the other. So welcome. Do you guys want to introduce yourself?
Okay. And my name is Gamze. And I'm from Eskişehir, but we're calling from Bursa. And I like skiing because did you know that in Edinburgh, in Britain, actually there's biggest European ski place or something? Yeah, there is something. It's amazing. It's really nice, and no matter what, it's snowing or not, you can ski. It's really nice. I just said that because you guys were talking about the skiing, but I'm actually I'm really good. I don't like saying that, but I'm really good for taekwondo, not for skiing.
That's awesome. We're not talking about skiing only. We're going to be covering some vocabulary related to the environment and mountains in particular. So that's why skiing is a very popular sport that you can only kind of do on a mountain in snow. So that's why. So welcome, Gamzi. It's really nice to have you join us. And is this your first time on Burbling?
Yeah, and my friend's also first time. She's really beginner about English. I'm actually trying to like it to her speak with someone actually, and she's so nervous, but I'm sure she can say hello.
Gamze's friend, say hello to us. Don't be nervous.
Hello.
Hi. All right. See, we're nice. We're nice people. We don't judge. It's cool. So that's awesome. I hope you guys will. I hope you guys will come back separately and be in my class one. So Gamze, I hope you won't have to babysit your friend all the time.
Cheers.
Right? You're welcome. And lastly, we have Catalina. Catalina, can you hear me? Okay, so Catalina, I muted you because there was some noise coming from your microphone. So just so you guys know, if I mute you, this is the microphone button right here. If you look at my screen up here, this button will mute and unmute you. So I usually mute the students who make a lot of noise just because it disrupts everybody else in class. Okay? All right. So Catalina, whenever you unmute yourself, you can introduce yourself to us. All right? It'd be really nice to hear from you. Okay, so it's really nice that you all joined. I have posted the link in the Verbling chat box for all the students who have just joined and don't know where the link is. That is the PDF that we are going to be covering in class today. So I can see there are a couple of students who are in Verbling chat. We have Fernando. Hi, Fernando. We have Glidey. Hi, Glidey. Marielle, Hamel. Hi, everyone, and everybody who's watching. You guys are more than welcome to join by viewing the class. I'm sorry not everybody can get into class without, just because maximum number of students. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sharing my screen, and you will all be seeing the document that we are covering. All right. So you don't have to look at it on my screen and my little icon. You can just look at it on your own monitors. But I'm just going to be sharing my screen so everybody knows where we are. Okay. And if you find this topic really interesting, then you guys can watch the previous two classes that we have recorded. So we did page 1, page 2, and now we're going to start page 3. Okay? So if there's anything that's unclear, if you guys still don't understand something that I cover, you're more than welcome to ask me, to stop me, and I'll cover it again. Okay? So are we guys ready to start? Yes.
Yes, we are ready.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. All right. Okay, so let's see. What is this first word on page 3? Who can say that for me? Okay. Come on, it's ridge. Exactly. This word is pronounced ridge. Okay. Has everybody heard of rigid? Rigid. No? Okay. Rigid. Oh, my Verbling chat isn't working. Let me hold on, just give me a minute. Okay.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and I actually didn't know the rich how to write, but I just followed it's gonna be stupid, I know, but Tom voice. When you arrive the destination, they actually tell you reach the destination. That means actually you arrive to destination. That means it's top of the mountain must be. Is it right?
It's similar. It's not the top of the mountain, but so ridge is basically a continuous range of mountains. So when you have a lot of mountains and they are one after the other, that is called a ridge. Okay? So for example, over here, this area in the picture, this space would be a ridge. So when you have mountains and they are connected to each other and a space between them, that
like a line.
Yeah,
like
exactly. It's like a line. I'm sorry. There's like some noise coming from some people's microphones. So if you guys could please keep yourselves muted, that would be awesome. Okay.
Hina?
And yeah.
Los Andes is a ridge.
Los Angeles is a ridge.
No, Los Andes. Andes.
Oh, the Andes, like the mountains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what would the Andes be?
It's a
we
ridge.
covered this. Yeah.
In
It's
Chile,
a
like a mountain.
It's a mountain.
Chile.
It's a mountain range. Can you guys see on page 2 So mountain range. So mountain range is when you have a lot of mountains and they are grouped together. So that is a mountain range, okay?
Perfect. It's different from ridge.
A ridge is the geographical shape of a mountain range, okay? So a mountain range is a group of mountains that come together. The ridge is basically the features that consist of a chain of mountains. So you could interchange them. Now, I was asking, what is rigid? Okay, rigid is an adjective. Okay, rigid is when something is not smooth, when something is really pointy and rough. So you guys can imagine how rough a mountain range can be, right? So it's not smooth, it's not like silk, or it's not like a smooth rock. It's going to be very pointy and it's going to be very rough and it's going to be very dry. So things that are rough and dry and pointy are called rigid. So a ridge is rigid. All right? Do you guys understand? Yeah? Yes? Yeah. No? Tell me if you don't. Yeah? Okay, perfect. So a mountain ridge is basically a mountain range, but it's the geographical description of what the mountain range looks like. All right? So it's the mountains that are connected one to another. It's going to be rocky and it's going to be not smooth. All right? So that is a mountain ridge. Okay? And I guess you know. All right. Perfect. Next, what's the next word on the right side? Who can say that for me?
Snowdrift.
Snowdrift.
Yeah, snowdrift. What's a snowdrift?
It's like a lot of snow piled up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as you can see from the picture, a snowdrift is when snow collects and the wind shapes it into a little hill. Okay. What does it mean to drift? To drift.
Drift.
Yeah. Has anybody seen Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do they do with the cars? That's called drifting, right?
Yeah.
So drifting is when you move in a certain direction without control.
Sliding.
Okay. Sliding. Yeah. Sliding is another way of describing it. So to drift is to slide in a direction that you don't have control over. So snowdrift. So when snow is falling and it's collecting because of the wind. All right. So it forms like a little hill, as you can see in the picture. Okay, Norbert, you told me that there's been a lot of snow in Hungary lately. Have you seen any snowdrifts?
Yes, I have seen.
Yeah. Okay. And are they like really big or are they tiny ones?
It's depend on where we are, but it's a tiny. It wasn't that much. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So a snowdrift is basically when snow accumulates. What does accumulates mean?
Collect.
Piled
exactly.
up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Collect or piled up. Exactly. So when snow accumulates, it collects or it piles up, it forms a snowdrift, which is basically a little hill. Okay? Perfect. Let's see. Our next word is safety. Who can tell me what safety is?
Being safe.
Being safe, yeah. And what did you say, Norbert?
Security.
Security. Yeah, secure. To be secure, yeah. To be secure, to be safe. Okay? Now, what's the difference between secure and safe? Can everybody know what's the difference? Okay, so let's see. So, for example, when you have children and you put them in a car seat, everybody knows what a car seat is, right? It's a little seat designed specifically for children, right? So you have a car seat and you put your child in the car seat and then you safely secure the child in the car seat. So secure means to make sure that something is kept safe. Okay, so I have secured my child in the car seat, meaning I have buckled them. Buckled. Okay, everybody knows what buckled means? Seatbelt, exactly. So that means I have put them in the car seat and I have secured the seatbelt, I have secured the buckle, and now my child is going to be safe when we drive. All right, so to secure something is to ensure its safety. All right, you guys understand the difference? They're very similar, but I mean, one can, like safety can be a noun. Okay, so safety is a noun. Oh, I worry about your safety. I worry about you being safe. Okay? To secure is the verb. So when you secure something, you make sure that it is safe. You guys understand?
Yeah.
Okay? All right, perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. Ooh, something happened to my camera. Ugh. All right, okay. So let me screen share again. Huh. Oh, sorry, my Hangout is acting a little weird. Okay, perfect. So safety. Snowflake. Everybody knows what a snowflake is, right? What's
Yeah.
what's
Raindrop.
the snow? What did you say, Norbert?
Sorry, nothing.
Okay, so snowflake. What is a very famous thing that we say about snowflakes? Right? Okay, so a saying is that, oh, you are like a snowflake. You can call someone a snowflake, and that means that you are very unique. I don't know if you guys know this, but every snowflake that falls from the sky is different. It looks different. Like, it's very tiny, but when you zoom into it, it looks very different. So no snowflake looks the same. So a very popular expression in English is he or she is like a snowflake. So there's nobody else like him or her. That person is unique. Okay?
Okay.
So to be a snowflake. So when you want to say that somebody is really unique, there's nobody else like them, you can call them a snowflake, because snowflakes are all unique. There are no two snowflakes that look exactly the same. All right? Catalina. Hi.
Hi.
We have Catalina. Hi, welcome. Is this your first
Thank
time
you.
on Verbally?
Yes, this is my first time.
It's really nice to have you join us. Welcome to class.
Thank you.
And you have the document with you, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and we also have Ayang Tantoy? Okay, all right. Ayang, when you unmute yourself, you're more than welcome to say hi to us, all right? Is everybody okay so far? I hope I'm not like moving too fast or moving too slow. Okay,
It's good.
I'm assuming it's okay. All right, so who can say this for me? Say it.
Safety
procedures.
Safety procedures, exactly.
Procedures.
So this procedures. So this D makes a J sound. Procedures. So you do not say procedures. So you do not say the D hard. So it's safety procedures. Procedures. So it makes more of a J sound and not the D sound. Okay. So what is a procedure?
Like something you have to do.
Methods.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
Exactly. Methods.
It's a manual.
Like the different directions to follow.
Exactly, a way to do something. So directions. So safety procedures. Who can tell me some popular safety procedures? What are
Like
they?
in hospital.
Okay, so yeah, CPR, and in hospital. Tarcisio, what do you mean in hospitals?
Like doctors, they have a lot of procedures.
They have a lot of things that they do before they operate. All right. So a safety procedure can also be a fire. Yeah, a fire drill. What's a fire drill?
Fire drill. I really don't know what that means.
Who has heard of a fire drill? Okay. So when I was in school, I'm pretty sure that it happens in other schools as well.
What that means?
So a fire alarm in your school goes off, and then everybody has to evacuate. Evacuate. What does evacuate mean? Right? Evacuate means to leave. Exactly. So the safety procedure is the evacuation. So if you have a fire exactly. So if you have a fire in your building, what do? Does everybody start running like, oh my God, there's a fire, just run outside? All right, you don't do that. All right, so you're supposed to follow safety procedures. So the fire drill is practice. A drill is a practice. Okay.
Could I say ring the alarm?
Yeah, so you ring the alarm, so the fire alarm goes off. But that's not the safety procedure. The safety procedure is what you do after the alarm goes off and you have to be safe that you don't get trapped. All right. So if you're in a building and there's a fire in the building, if you have had a fire drill, if you had a fire practice before, then you know what to do. You know that you have to line up and you have to calmly and slowly walk out the nearest exit. So that is a safety procedure that you have practiced in advance. Okay.
Or
Okay.
Are the steps that you have to do in case of a fire?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. So an evacuation plan is a safety procedure. Evacuation is when you have to leave for safety reasons. Okay. So
why do you use a dry and not a procedure?
Okay, so what are some other safety procedures?
For example, in the plane, when the girl said you put your belt, turn on the blah, blah, blah.
Flight attendant. Yeah, flight attendant. So the people who work on a plane, they're called flight attendants. So that's a very good example, Batty. So on a plane, before you take off, before the plane starts flying, there's a woman who's like, to buckle your seatbelt, the oxygen mask will drop and you have to put it on like this. All right. So that is a drill. They're telling you what you need to do in case of an emergency. So these are safety procedures. These are methods and steps you need to take in order to be safe. Okay. Why do you think it would
can be
Sorry, yeah,
that word can be used for earthquake drill?
Earthquake, yeah. So evacuation procedures.
Yes.
Earthquake, yeah, an earthquake drill. Perfect. That's a really good example. Earthquake drill. Okay. So has anybody ever gone through an earthquake drill? What are the safety procedures involved?
Stay under the table, be calm, don't run out the building while the earthquake is shaking you, everything.
Yeah, while the earth is shaking, basically. Yeah. So that's a really good example. So an earthquake drill. So you practice what you need to do in order to be safe in case the emergency happens. Okay, is that clear? Are there any other safety procedures that anybody has had to do in the past? A lot of them are taught in school. So what other ones can you guys think of?
Maybe in the dormitory.
In the dormitory,
Fire drill.
Fire drill, exactly. There, if a smoke alarm goes off, so fire drill in the dormitory. That's a good example. Okay. A lot of times in universities, people pull the fire alarm during exams. I don't know if that's ever happened with any of you, but it has happened in my university where it's like, oh, really difficult calculus exam. Ooh, fire alarm. So I'm just saying. All right. So that's a safety procedure. In countries that are close to the coast, so coast that are next to the ocean, what kind of safety procedures do you think they would have?
Tsunami.
A tsunami drill.
Yeah, a tsunami. Yeah, a tsunami drill. All right, or a tornado. Okay, or a hurricane. Okay, so these are things that you need to practice in case a natural disaster were to happen. Okay. So safety procedure. So for the mountain, you have them as well. In case you have an avalanche, for example, or in case you have an earthquake, what do? Okay. Snowstorm. Who has ever been in a snowstorm?
Unfortunately,
I don't.
No? Okay, so we have
like blizzard.
Blizzard. Okay, blizzard. It is the same as a blizzard. Okay? So a snowstorm and a blizzard. In a snowstorm, you basically only have snow that falls, all right? But in a blizzard, you can have hail and ice as well as snow, okay? So these are all the different forms that water takes during winter. So snow is when the snow falls and it falls on your hand and it's a snowflake and then it disappears. It turns into water. That is called soft snow. Okay, that is called soft snow. Harder snow is what's ice. For example, when you have actual ice falling from the sky, so it doesn't melt in your hand. Hail is like circular pieces of ice that fall from the sky during a snowstorm. So a snowstorm is basically just lots of snow. So a lot of the soft snow that flies around.
Snow
Yeah, Exactly, like a heavy snow. But when you have a blizzard, then you have all sorts of, you have hail, you have snow, you have ice, then everything is flying around. So a blizzard is like an extreme version of a snowstorm. Okay, do you guys get it? So Norbert, why don't you explain to us the conditions of a snowstorm? What happens?
The condition.
The conditions, like what is it like to be in a snowstorm?
It's very windy.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see anything.
Okay. So no visibility. Does everybody know what visibility is?
Yes.
So
Yes.
to be
Cannot see anything, maybe?
exactly. So to be visible. So to be visible is when you can see things, right? So we say a lot like, oh, invisible. All right. So a superpower that like people have in movies is that they can become invisible. So you cannot see them. When you can see someone, then they are visible. So when you are driving in a snowstorm and you cannot see anything, then you say that there is zero visibility. Zero visibility or no visibility. So it's not that everything is invisible. It's not that everything has disappeared. It's just that you cannot see anything because of the weather conditions. Okay?
Range vision is limited.
Yeah, limited vision. Perfect. Limited vision. Okay? Perfect. That's another way of saying it's limited vision, no visibility. Okay? So yeah, it's Norbert. So it's windy, there's zero visibility. What else?
It's very cold.
It's very cold. Yeah, it's bitter cold. Okay? Bitter cold is when like the cold hurts you. Like it hurts your fingers and it hurts your feet. When it's like I feel like it's
you can't open your eyes.
Yeah, you Yeah, go ahead.
What else?
It's painful to open your eyes. Yeah, exactly. So that's conditions of a snowstorm. So it can get really harsh conditions. Everybody knows what harsh conditions are? What does the word harsh mean?
Like extremely conditions?
Like extreme, what did you say, Catalina?
Extremely conditions.
Extreme, not extremely, extreme. Yeah, extreme conditions. Harsh conditions are difficult conditions. All right. So harsh. So for example, would you wouldn't say that in the springtime when all the flowers are blossoming and the weather is beautiful and the sun is shining, that is not a harsh condition. Okay, that is not a difficult condition to be in. A harsh condition is like I can't open my eyes and my fingers feel like they're gonna break off. Those are harsh conditions. Tough. Batty, that's a good word. So tough or difficult conditions
Rough.
are... Sorry?
Does it mean rough?
Rough, yeah. Tough, rough, okay? Tough, rough, difficult. It means basically harsh conditions. So the word harsh means all those things.
Like
so
a really
tough,
hard condition.
Yeah, very difficult. So I'm writing it in Verblink chat. Okay? So harsh. That's how you say it. Perfect. So in a snowstorm, you basically have harsh conditions. Okay? Ooh, this word is fun. Season. What are the 4 seasons?
Spring,
autumn,
summer.
Okay, spring, summer, autumn, and
Winter.
Winter. Yeah. So in North America, we hardly say we hardly say autumn. We say the fall. Okay? So, oh, when are you visiting Toronto? Oh, I'm going to visit Toronto in the fall. All right? Basically, it's the same thing as autumn. All right? And why do you think it's called the fall? What happens that it's been called the fall?
Because of the leaves.
Because the leaves.
fall.
Sorry, Hoye, what did you say? Want to repeat yourself?
I said because of the leaves fall in the season.
Exactly. So the leaves, the leaves, they change color. What colors do they become?
Yellow.
Yeah. Yellow, red,
brown.
Orange. Yeah, brown. And then they fall. So in North America, we usually say fall. We don't say autumn. Okay, even though it's exactly the same thing. Okay, so autumn is basically we use it in Europe because in England, in the fall the leaves don't change color. It just becomes very gloomy. Okay, what's gloomy?
Gloomy.
Gloomy.
Like
So for
dark.
example, Dark, yeah, dark, and sort of depressing, in my opinion. All right. So dark and depressing is gloomy. So in England, in the UK, when they have fall, the leaves do not change color. They do not become yellow or orange or brown. They just fall. Like one day, like all the leaves just fall. They don't change color. So that's why we say autumn in Europe, because it's a little different in North America, because in North America the trees change colors and then the leaves fall. Okay, so autumn but it's basically the same thing. So it's the between September to like early November. Okay, so September to early November is usually fall in North America. What does fall look like in your countries? So Batty, what does fall look like where you're from?
There is no fall.
There's no fall. Every day is summer.
Ha ha ha. So funny, Norbert.
Batty's like, there is no fall. It's just sunny all year round. What about Hoyen? Do you have a distinct fall?
I think we have a green fall, and believe it or not, now is spring and the leaves are falling.
The leaves are falling. Yeah, it must be a cool spring. Okay, so when the weather is not warm enough, then you say it's cool. All right, so it's not that warm. What about Jean in
Chile.
Chile, yes. What about in Chile? What's autumn like in Chile?
It's like yours. Leaves fall and it is very rainy here.
Yeah, it's very rainy. In the fall,
in the south of Chile, it's very rainy. But in the north, it's very warm.
So it's very strange. Same thing in Canada.
Yes.
Where I live in Toronto, it's not that rainy, but in like other provinces, it rains a lot. So it depends on geographic location. So fall and autumn are the same thing. It just depends on which part of the world you're in. Okay. Summit. What is summit?
It's the
like
top
the
of the mountain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So summit. There is another word that to describe the top of the mountain. What is it?
Edge.
Peak. Yeah. So peak and summit. Now, peak is a little different from summit. So summit so peak is like the highest point. Like say you have a mountain and it's 40,000 feet high, for example, all right? So the highest point would be the 40,000 feet high. It would be the highest point. That's the peak of the mountain, okay? The summit is what you can reach on that mountain. So if you were to climb that mountain, maybe you won't be able to reach the highest point. You won't be able to reach 40,000 feet. Maybe you can reach 35,000 feet. So that is the summit, because the conditions beyond 35,000 feet might not be attainable. You might not be able to climb that high. So the summit is what is attainable, what you can reach. So the summit is the highest reachable point on a mountain. The peak is not the summit. I mean, the summit and the peak can be the same. I mean, it's possible that you climb a mountain all the way to the top. You climb it all the way to the peak, then the peak and the summit are the same. But if you are climbing a mountain that is beyond a certain height, you can't climb it, then you have reached the summit. Okay, so the peak can be here, summit can be here. You guys understand the difference?
The summit of a hill too?
You could technically reach the highest point on a hill. Hills are lower, like they're not as high as mountains. So technically the summit and the peak of a hill would be the same, but on a mountain, the summit would be different. For example, Mount Everest. You cannot reach the highest, you cannot reach the peak of Mount Everest usually because the conditions are very bad. Like there's a lot of like snow and blizzard, and it's very hazardous. It's very dangerous to climb higher than a certain point.
Harsh conditions.
Hard to breathe.
Exactly. So harsh conditions. So summit and peak are different. Peak is like the geographical highest point. Summit is what you can reach, what you cannot reach beyond that. Okay? You guys understand the difference between a peak and a summit?
Yes, thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Next we have ski boots. So what's the difference between skis, let's say skates and ski boots. Skates.
Yes, slate.
Yeah. So ski boots. So everybody knows what skiing is, right? So let's look at this. Skis down
It's
here.
on the snow.
Yeah. So skis. So this picture here. These two things are called skis. So when you go skiing, you use skis. They are these boots. You see these boots in the picture? These are called ski boots. So these could be attached to the skis or they could be separate. When they're separate, we call them ski boots. When they are attached, then we just call them skis. Okay? So a lot of times you have skis that do not have boots on them. So you have to buy the skis and the boots separately, and then you attach the boots onto the skis and then you go skiing. All right? So skiing is not just these two things and you stand on them. You have to hold on to them somehow, right? So you hold on to them with ski boots. Okay. All right, now we have all the countries who say they have no fall and no winter. Sunny. Is it sunny? Where is it sunny right now? Which countries? Tell me which countries?
My
have
country, Vietnam.
Colombia.
Vietnam. It's sunny in Vietnam. It's sunny in Colombia. It is actually kind of gloomy in San Francisco right now, but it was sunny this morning. All right, Norbert, has it been sunny lately in Hungary?
No, but the snow stopped falling.
The snow. Okay, so there's no more snowfall. So snow stopped falling. No more snowfall, and now you're just waiting for the season to change into spring.
Hopefully.
Perfect.
Here,
Hopefully. Yeah.
it was raining, so sun didn't rise today.
Oh, okay. All right. So Iman.
Yes. Iman.
Iman, welcome. Where are you from, Iman?
I'm from Algeria, North Africa.
Perfect. So it's sunny there right now, I would imagine.
No, actually, it's night.
It's okay, but in the morning, I'm assuming in the morning it's sunny.
It was raining, so it's not a sunny day.
Okay, so when it's raining, it's rainy, right? So it was rainy this morning. Rainy. So it was. So rainy is when it is raining. When it is raining, then you describe the weather. You don't say the weather is raining. You say the weather is rainy. Right?
Raining. Okay.
Yeah. So it's rainy. So it was rainy in Algeria this morning. So nice. All right. Hopefully it'll be sunny tomorrow.
Inshallah, yes.
All right. Next we have swimming. Who likes to go swimming?
I
do.
I like to swim. Yeah.
I like.
Yeah. Everybody. I personally enjoy summer just so you can go swimming. All right. So what are these things? So what is this in the picture? What is this?
Swimming clothes.
One piece, base suit, and goggles.
Yeah, swimsuit. Right. So swimsuit or swimming suit, and that's a very good point. So that is a one piece. What do you think is more than a one piece?
Bikinis.
A bikini. Does everybody know what a bikini is?
Yeah.
I bet all the men should know what a bikini is. Like, that's the only reason I love summer, because of
Hina,
bikinis.
have you ever seen the Brazilian bikinis?
I unfortunately have.
Oh my God.
They are very skimpy. Everybody knows what skimpy is? Yeah.
Skimpy, really.
Skimpy is when you have literally no clothes on.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So where it's like, oh, I'm wearing a bikini, but you can see everything. That's skimpy. That's
Oh my God.
so that is
in Brazil?
In Brazil, yeah. All the people who are from Brazil, they're like, oh yeah, it's a skimpy capital.
That's the beauty of summer time.
That's the beauty of summer, exactly. So when you see, when you go to the beach and you see women in like Brazilian bikinis, then a way to describe them is they're skimpily dressed. So they have clothes on, but it might as well be that they have no clothes on. so you describe that as being skimpily dressed. It's even in like Canada, people like in the summertime, it's like people, they go all out because you have like 6 months of winter and then you have like all this sun and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna lie on the beach. All right. So a bikini is called a two-piece. because it's in two pieces. So there's the top and the bottom. So a swimsuit, so a bikini is also, it's swimwear, but it's not a swimsuit because a swimsuit is one piece. It's like it goes from your shoulders all the way to your hips and it's connected. So that's a swimsuit. A bikini would be swimwear. So basically what you wear when you go swimming or when you go tanning in this case. All right? So in the picture, and we also have swimming goggles. Okay? We also, goggles, you can have ski goggles as well. So goggles basically just protect your eyes. Okay, so there's swim goggles. Ski jump. Okay. Just from the name, what do you guys think a ski jump is?
Yeah, I think it should be the best part of skiing.
Yeah, this is quite an advanced technique. So you jump off the ledge. Everybody know what a ledge is?
Yeah.
Has everybody heard of
ledge?
Okay. So here I'm gonna write it.
I know
ledge.
what it means, but
Okay. So this is the ledge.
Yes.
If you look at the picture in the ski jump, the ledge is the absolute end of a slope. So where
cliff?
the person, the cliff, you can say the cliff as well, but where the land ends is called the ledge. So this person took a ski jump off the ledge. So off the ledge. Okay? So he
the
jumped
end of the hill.
the end of the hill, exactly. So the ledge. All right? So this is where, so up till this point he was on the ground, and the point where he leaves the ground for the jump is called the ledge. So this point is the ledge. Okay? So ski jump. I definitely agree that the ski jump would be the most fun part of going skiing. So you have Sebastian in the Verbling chat. Hi Sebastian. We have someone from Chile here, just like you. All right. So let's go on. Ski instructor. Instructor, basically someone who instructs, who teaches. So a teacher, just like a Verbling teacher, but this time you're learning how to ski. Okay. What is this word?
Terraces.
Terraces. So
Terraces.
terraces, exactly. So a lot of students, they go races, but you're supposed to say so terraces.
Terraces.
Terraces. Perfect. Exactly. Terraces. So what is a terrace?
It's like the last ground of a house. Like sometimes they build some pools.
Okay, yeah. So a terrace is an elevated part of the house. So for example, a balcony. Okay? So we have a balcony or a terrace. Okay? So what does a terrace mean in a landscape? So for example, over here, Hoyen should know what terrace is. He is from Vietnam, and they have, what kind of terraces do they have in Vietnam, Hoyen?
We have rice terraces.
Yeah, rice terraces. Okay? So I'm actually going to share a picture of a rice terrace. So what Tarcisio said, that's absolutely right. So a terrace in a house is something that is like a balcony, but in geographical terms, a terrace is basically a landscape on where you grow, you can grow different things. You don't necessarily have to grow rice. So here, let me show you guys.
Thing in China too.
Yeah, exactly. So so they look like steps. Don't they look like stairs?
Yeah.
Like you step up, step two. So this landscape, when you have the land that looks like stairs or steps, these are called terraces. So this one would be a terrace, this other would be another terrace, and all together you have terraces. A lot of times you grow rice. So this is a rice terrace. Okay?
Okay.
So this, all right, so that is the geographical terrace. Now this, I mean, terrace is also houses. So on houses we have terraces, but this is not that one. Okay, we have skiing. We have covered skiing quite a lot. Okay, who can say this word for me?
It's a skin.
Tobogganing.
Okay. Tobogganing.
Wow.
Okay, perfect. Tobogganing is a very popular winter pastime. It can be a sport. I mean, it's like sledding. Okay, so Norbert said he likes to sled. Tobogganing is a little different because it's what you do is a little different in tobogganing. So let me show you. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Okay. So a sled was a little bigger. It was above the ground. A and when you go tobogganing, this is what it looks like. So you have a flat piece of I mean, it can be a cloth
I
or
did it
anything.
also.
You did it? So you've been tobogganing, Norbert?
Yes, but it's also when I was a child.
Okay, yeah. A lot of people go tobogganing like you can go. There's no age, so a lot of people do it when they're kids.
Yes, I should do it. No.
It's so much fun. Why is it so much fun, Norbert?
Using a tire.
Sorry, what did you say?
Using a tire.
Using a tire. You could technically anything that you can slide on top of snow, you can go tobogganing on top of it. So a lot of people, they use a tarp. So tarp is like a plastic. It's a big sheet of plastic, and people just sit on it and they like grab it, and then somebody pushes you down the hill and you go woo. So that is tobogganing.
It must be fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun. My voice is echoing. Somebody can everybody mute themselves? I know my voice is echoing. It's like really annoying and I don't know who it is. Okay? So if everybody could just mute themselves, that would be awesome. So tobogganing. It's a very popular pastime in winter in Canada and basically in the US as well, in the northern states where it snows. So and that's how. And can everybody say it for me again? Tobogganing. Tobogganing.
Tobogganing.
Tobogganing. Yeah.
Tobogganing.
Perfect. All right. And so let's see. We already covered skis, and we have tourism. What is tourism?
Tourism.
When
When foreigners visit another country.
Foreigners. Can you say that again for me? Foreigner.
Foreigners.
Foreigners.
Can you
Yeah.
say foreigners?
Foreigner. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Foreigners. Foreigners. And Iman, what did you say?
Yes, I would say that's a foreigners go to another country. Like me, I go to USA, take pictures and visit White House, etc.
Yeah. So what are you? The person. What is the person called? So I am a
Tourist.
tourist. Exactly. So tourism is the industry. All right. So it's like tourism is when you have like tourist packages. You like buy tickets to go abroad. So that entire thing is called tourism. The industry of traveling is the tourism industry. Okay. So here's a couple of things. You take a camera, you take a suitcase, and you go to a different country. That flag can represent any country. Okay. All right. Snowboarding. Okay. So who can see the difference between tobogganing and snowboarding? So
Tobogganing, you can sit, and snowboarding, you have to
stand. You have to keep your balance. Okay. So not falling. So sorry, Iman, I'm just gonna mute you and see if that echo is coming from. It's not coming from you. I'm sorry. I don't know where that echo is coming from. It's just really annoying though. Can everybody please mute themselves so we don't hear it? It's gonna drive me insane. All right. So yeah. So snowboarding is basically when you stand and only one person can be on a snowboard. So what you stand on is called a snowboard, and only one person can do it at a time. Tobogganing, on the other hand, you can have more than one person doing it at the same time on the same toboggan. All right. But snowboarding is a little different. It has to be one at a time. Okay. So has anybody been snowboarding? So Norbert, have you been snowboarding?
No, unfortunately not.
No? Yeah, I think it's the scariest winter sport you can take part in. So
I would like to try it, but it's more expensive than.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So you have this snowboard right here, and then this person is snowboarding. So you can definitely see the difference between snowboarding and tobogganing. This is a single person sport. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And next we have weather. Right? What is weather?
Atmospheric conditions.
Atmospheric conditions. That's a very good way to describe it. So yeah. So we already covered. So a season is when you have one kind of weather for a long time. Okay? So in winter, which is a season, what is the weather like?
Rainy.
Cold, rainy, yeah.
Snowy.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the weather. The season is winter, and in the season of winter, the weather is snowy, it's rainy, it's cold. What is the weather like in the season of summer?
Sunny.
Sunny. Yeah. Sunny, yeah, warm. Okay, it can, depending on where you are, it can even be hot. Exactly. If you live near the equator, it can be humid. So these are all weather conditions. Being sunny, being warm, hot, humid, these are weather conditions. And you have a weather condition in a certain season.
In my country, it is always hot and humid.
So you have summer 24/7. That's awesome. I think everybody would be
a tropical weather.
You must live here.
I know. I'm in San Francisco right now, and it's actually not as warm as I thought it would be. Okay? So our last two words are weather data. So it's basically like what the temperature is like, how much rain you're going to get, all that stuff. And what is our last word here? Who can say this for me? Who can say that?
Whistle.
Whistle. Yeah. So over here, is whistle a noun or is it a verb?
It's a verb.
A noun?
No. Over here, a whistle is a noun because this person has a whistle in her hands. Can you guys see it? So I am blowing the whistle. Okay, so I am blowing the whistle. Over here, it's a noun. But if you say she is whistling, what is that?
A verb.
That's a verb. Oh, who whistled? Whistle again. Who did it? Do it again. That was Hoyen wishing. So this like I don't know how to whistle. I'm sorry. I apologize. I can't demonstrate.
Oh my god.
But
This
no,
is so
there
easy.
we go. Exactly. So when you are whistling, then that is the verb. You're actively making a sound, all right? But when you have the physical whistle with you that you blow, for example, lifeguards or teachers or coaches, then that's a noun. That's a physical whistle that you have. Okay? So when you have a whistle, you don't say I am whistling the whistle. You don't say that. You say I am blowing the whistle because you blow into it. So that makes the sound. But when you just do it on your own, like what Norbert is doing or what Hoyen is doing right now, they're whistling. So they're not blowing into anything, all right? So they're just whistling. Because can everybody whistle for me one last time before we end broadcast? I'm waiting. There. Awesome. So a lot of birds whistle. Okay? Exactly. So a lot of birds whistle in the morning. You can hear the whistling of birds. All right, so that's a verb. They're whistling. If you have a coach or a soccer coach who blows the whistle, then blowing the whistle is the noun. Blowing the whistle is the action, and the whistle that you're blowing is the noun. Okay? So I'm actually happy we got to cover that document. I hope it's inspired you guys to go back and watch the other classes. We covered all the words in the earlier two classes from the previous pages. Okay? So if you guys have any questions, if there's anything that was unclear that we didn't cover in enough detail, you guys are more than welcome to give me feedback. You can give me feedback on Verbling or on my Facebook page. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for joining. I just want to say
thank you very much.
I just want to say thank you again to Norbert and to all the wonderful students who put together my birthday video. I was really moved. I was really touched.
I'm so jealous.
And Hoyen, I saw your comment. Hoyen's like, wait, I want to watch Hina cry. Like, where's that video? I want to see her cry. That was so mean. But I was very moved and I was very touched. and thank you so much. Yeah, well, you didn't have internet, so I can't really blame you. But thank you for all the students who came together and made that video. But I was really touched and I was very moved. And thank you, Norbert, for putting it.
You know what? You really deserve it.
Thank
You're
you.
the best teacher.
Thank you so much. It means don't cry. And broadcast now. Right? So thank you guys so much. I'll be back tomorrow with classes. And as always, definitely let me know what the topics you want me to cover. So Hoyen, I hope you're happy that we covered this topic. I hope you can watch the previous classes, and if you still have questions, definitely ask me. All right. For now, I'm off. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
And I'll see you next time. All right.
Bye.